guys, welcome to this week's video. Our video is about zones today. Some of you might be wondering what even is a zone, which is why we are doing this video. At Bow Down, when we're working with children, we want to make sure that we're implementing some sort of disciplinary system, and that's what we call the zone system. Zig Ziglar says, every choice you make has an end result. So we want to make sure as we're coaching our children, instructing them, implementing different discipline systems and things like that, that they know when you obey, there's blessings, and when you disobey, there's going to be consequences. So we want to make sure we're implementing those consequences and not just threatening. So that's a little bit what we're talking about today.
Yeah, and we want to encourage you to have a proper mindset towards disciplining the students that you're working with. It's very important. The discipline room is a place that you can work with them to grow emotionally and mentally and also spiritually. You could give them a picture of Jesus and present the gospel in the midst of disciplining them. And what better way when they're guilty of doing something wrong than to point them to Jesus. We don't want you to be fearful and hesitant to step up in correcting them. It's going to lead them down the right path if they learn how to be corrected and how to listen to instruction. And you have a great calling there in that specific field. So Proverbs 6:23 says this, "For the commandment that you give is a lamp, and the teaching a light. And the reproofs of discipline are the way of life." So the discipline that we are asking you to carry out is the way to life for these kids that you're working with. And so we want you to be encouraged in that. And also, if you're thinking correctly about discipline and if you're moving and disciplining well, it's going to help you avoid from raising your voice, disciplining out of anger, or ever breaking any of our policies that we have put in place. Yeah. So we want you to be mindful that we trust you, and we want you to take the time to not only discipline, but to do it well for the benefit of their growth.
So the system we have in place is set up green, yellow, red zones. The green zone is kind of like the official warning, right? So you might say, hey, don't run in the hallway. That's, I guess their warning before they would get a green zone if they were caught running in the hallway. Then, if they do it again, they can get a yellow zone, which is their first consequence. And you can talk to your leader about different consequences, but you're able to kind of implement that. And then a red zone would, again, talk to you, the children's church director, the outreach coordinator, manager, to see what that means for a red zone. Because sometimes that means they just get sent into big church, in children's church, or at outreach, maybe it's them being sent home. But that's the way that we implement the zone system at Bow Down. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as take the poll. Thanks and have a great week.